Good evening. It's about 6:45 on Tuesday night. I just got down to the farm a little while ago from my real job. Tonight, the goal is to get the disc mower unhooked, seeing as I've got my grass all cut down. We're going to set that on a pallet back over here for now, just to kind of keep it off the ground. That way, any of the dew that accumulates on it has a place to drip off. It's not just going to sit there and rust the bottom of the cutter bar. And then, while we have the disc mower unhooked, we're gonna go hook up to the hay rake so I can get that going later this week. I'm hoping that by Thursday night, the hay will be cured. I'll probably get started on it Thursday night, work on it a little bit Friday night after work, and then Saturday is gonna be the main event. I think that's when I'm trying to get most of it at least raked, maybe baled, depends on what my friend can do for me. But if he doesn't do it on Saturday, he'll come out and do it on Sunday for me. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get to work. The first thing we're going to do is get the leaf blower out. I've got a lot of this loose grass that's in here, and I really don't want that in the shop because I don't want there to be a lot of nesting material from mice or other things like that in the shop. So we're going to take the leaf blower and the tractor, and we're going to go down there. It's pretty close to where the hay rake's at, actually. There's some taller grass down in that part of the yard, and we're just going to take the leaf blower, blow it out down there, then we'll come back up and start unhooking it. Off we go. We got the mower backed over here, right in front of the bean field. I think that should be a pretty good place to get this all taken care of. So let's get this blown off, and then we'll go back up and start unhooking it. Good afternoon. It's not a bad day. We're looking at about 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, and I think we're gonna go try to keep working on our hay here. We're not really gonna do a whole heck of a lot today, just try to get it raked up to the point where my buddy can come and get it baled. I don't know what that was. Did you guys hear that? It sounded like something crashed in the back patio there. But anyway, I figured to start today's video off with, we're gonna start by playing a little game. And that game is called, wait for it. Now the answer to the game that we're going to play today is, will it rake? We've got an old New Holland side delivery rake here, and the side delivery just means that everything that this rake picks up, it's going to deliver to this side. It's a little bit different style than you'd see with like a V rake or something like that, a wheel rake, where they'll take two swaths and they'll pull them into the middle. This one will just take one swath that we've mowed and push it over to one side. That means I've got to go down one swath, turn right around and come back on top of the swath we just pushed that first one on top of, and put it back kind of in the middle of between those two. I need to do that because if I don't go through and pick up both swaths, the baler itself, when it comes through tomorrow, is not going to be able to pick either swath up. There's still going to be grass left out here in the field. So you might be asking yourself, well, is it pretty? No, not really. Do these tires hold air? Well, this one is probably older than I am, and this one looks like you could use it for drag racing, seeing as there's no tread left on there whatsoever. But in the sense that they're both round, they're both made of rubber, they both hold air for at least a week. Yes, it's got tires on it that work. The gearbox here, does this thing actually hold oil? I can't say that it does, but I topped it off again just before I came out here. Hopefully it holds just enough to get us through the rest of the day. We are going to get started raking. I've got part of this field already done. We're just going to go ahead and finish the rest of this up today and see what happens. Hopefully we can come out here and bale tomorrow. Admittedly, it's a little bit breezy out there today. Not to the point where I think that the windrows that we're making are going to blow away by any stretch of the imagination. But it might be a little bit windy for us to take the drone out today. I do have it with me. It's here in the tractor. We might see if the wind lets go or lets down a little bit closer to sundown. Again, right now it's probably 3:30 and the wind's blowing at a sustained about 10 miles an hour with gusts occasionally, according to the local radio, at about 15 to 20 for gusts. So like I said, I'm not worried about anything blowing away, but it might be kind of hard work for the drone. So we'll see what we can do about that later. Well, good morning. We got our hay raked last night, all of it, which is great. I'm out here in the grass field this morning. Me and Liberty are You might be able to see her back over here. She's playing on the other side of that waterway there. But I came out here to grab my GoPro from last night that I had set up so I can finish this video. And then later on today, my buddy's gonna be here with his baler, and he's gonna take care of all of these windrows that we made with our rake last night. Speaking of the rake, even though that's not the most aesthetically appealing piece of machinery that I've ever seen, it did a great job. It raked all this hay, no problem. I never had an issue with it once. It went through everything nice and easy, and I left pretty good windrows out here. So again, it's one of those deals. It doesn't need to be the prettiest piece of machinery, but as long as it gets the job done, that's really all you need. So when we get this all baled up, we'll wrap this video up. That should be later today, and I will talk to you guys then.